Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing part 1 of this kind of creepy, abandoned, old castle. So I was really plucking inspiration from like Beauty and the Beast. So the castle itself doesn't look like the Beauty and the Beast castle. It's more like the whole you go through the woods, the creepy woods, and then all of a sudden pops up this castle that used to be an amazing castle that hosted lots of parties and lots of people were, living there and happy there, and then for whatever reason it's now completely like run down and abandoned. So that's kind of the idea behind this castle. So it's not like an awful place or anything, it's just it was once this lovely happy castle, and then for whatever reason it's now abandoned and it's just all overgrown and for some reason in the middle of the forest. So yeah, like that's kind of what I was going for with this little castle. So it did take me quite a while to do like all the exterior and everything, so that I thought I'd do the exterior and all the landscaping in one video, and then in the next video I will do the furnishing. I think I'll probably have to do the floor plan off camera, because this floor plan I can already tell is going to be an absolute nightmare. Like it's just, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pull it off, but I'm going to do my best to do so. Hopefully it all turns out okay. So yeah, as I said, just doing the floor plan at the moment. There's a lot of like landscaping because I really wanted to make it super duper overgrown and like gross looking, I guess. And I think I did an okay job. Yeah, I think I did. So I was also adding in these like the towers, I guess. I don't think I'm going to be able to furnish these towers because I would love to have those stairs, those like winding staircases that go up and around, but we just don't have that in The Sims. So I think I'm just going to like put wallpaper in there and stuff and just kind of pretend that they're, you know, winding staircases going up to the top towers and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes I think in The Sims you just have to play make believe. So here I was trying to like get the roof, and like we don't have octagonal roofs or anything, so it was really hard to like try and do the roofing. So I thought I'd put like some fencing around the top, and then try and put like some roofing on the towers. But I can't remember now if I cut it out, but like I tried putting the roofing on the towers and it just looked stupid, so I removed it. And then later on, oh, here we go, yeah, so I'm putting like the roofing in now, and I don't know, I just feel like it kind of looked funny, like it didn't look right, and I ended up just removing it all because I couldn't get it to work. But later on in the build, I added some more towers in, and I also put a few more of those roofs on, and I think that when it was just a few of them, it looked okay. So yeah, I don't know, I'll let you guys decide that one. And if you have any like feedback, if there's anything that you reckon I should add to this before the next part, comment that down below, because I'm happy to like quickly go in off camera and just like fix a few things up that you guys think could be better. Yeah, so this is where I go in and put like that kind of fencing on the top instead, and I think that fencing looks like really cool. It's like that perfect castle fencing, and yeah, I really liked that. I was really happy that that was in The Sims. And here I am, I wanted to put like a moat around it, like, classic little castle, and I had to do it like kind of in pieces because I tried doing it all at once, and then for some reason the game just like completely deleted the entire pond on me, like it just did not work. So I just did it kind of like this in pieces. Yeah, and I thought that was like kind of cool having like the moat, because I was like, yeah, it's very like, castle-like, have the big old moat and everything. I wanted to have like a bridge going over the moat, but you can't do that in The Sims 4, so I just had to have like that little bit of land there, but we're just going to pretend that it's a bridge and a moat. Yeah, so here I'm trying to make it work, but it doesn't. I find I do a lot of pretending in The Sims. I'm like, just pretend that matches. Just pretend that, yep, there's, like a nice bridge going over the water. We're going to also pretend that there were once crocodiles in this moat, even though we know there definitely weren't. So yeah, I just really wish that I could have made that into like a proper moat, but oh, we'll just pretend, whatever. Yeah, so this fencing here also changes because at this stage I just didn't know what kind of castle I was going for. Like when I was building this, like to start off with, I did not know what I was going for, and it wasn't until I placed these windows that I was like, yep, this is going to be like old, abandoned, creepy castle. Yeah, so like as I said, like up until those windows were placed, I had no idea what kind of theme I was going for. I just built a castle and I thought it would just come to me. So I obviously cut out like all those windows being placed because I didn't really think anyone needed to see that. Yeah, so I am definitely going to do like a princess castle, I think, or like I don't know, like whether I'm gonna do like a colourful princess castle or if I'm gonna do just like I don't know, just like a pretty castle, but I'm definitely gonna do that as well at some point. But yeah, just for now we've got this old creepy castle. I'm looking forward to furnishing it because I think it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna use like all the old furniture, and I'm gonna have like heaps of bedrooms and like 2 or 3 dining areas and lounge rooms and sitting rooms, and I can use all the old paintings, and it'll be good because I think I can use a lot of stuff that I haven't really been able to use because it doesn't suit my normal kind of styling decorative style. I don't know. Anyway, like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good fun. So I'm not really sure when part 2 will be out. It shouldn't be out in like it shouldn't take too long. I just don't want to like rush the interior. I'd rather it take a little bit longer to do the interior and it like be really good than kind of like trying to rush to get the content out and then like building something I'm not like super into. Yeah, that's just like how I feel. So yeah, I love this fence. This is like from the vampire pack, and I just feel like this fence just really adds to the whole creepy vibe of the castle and everything. Um, yeah, it's like really cool. So this took me. I could probably look at I forgot to look at like the raw footage, how long it took me. Oh, I delete those windows because they look so stupid. So yeah, don't worry, I do realise that those windows look dumb. Not the ones I'm placing now, the ones above them. Oh, you can't see them at the moment. But I really liked them. Yeah, those windows like up on the top. I really liked them, but they are pretty stupid, I have to admit. Like they looked dumb. I left like just one there and then I replaced them with something else anyway. So I don't think I ever got to use those windows and I really wanted to. Yeah, so now we're coming on to like the landscaping, and I wanted to have sort of like this kind of grand sort of entrance. So I had like trees all around it, and then I put like little, I guess like a feature piece or whatever, and then I put like the trees. So I just used like a heap of the vampire pack trees because I really liked how kind of like bit sort of like dead, and I don't know, like I feel like this castle would look really good. Like if we had seasons, this castle would look really awesome, like covered in snow. That would just be like super duper cool. As I said, like I'm getting Beauty and the Beast vibes from it. Definitely, like coming up on a horse, like in the cold, going through the forest, and then you just like come across this like crazy abandoned castle. It's also gonna have like heaps of fireplaces in it. Oh yeah, and I made the moat like all kind of like dank and really gross coloured. Yeah, so I don't know, I just feel like the really clean blue water just didn't suit it at all. So yeah. And I put these like pretty fountains in. I tried to just use everything like kind of stony and like dark coloured because I just wanted it all to look like really aged, but I also wanted it to look like once upon a time it could have been nice. So, like once upon a time the moat was blue and like all the trees were greener. Actually, something else that I was really kind of plucking a bit of inspiration from sort of was, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, but it's called The Secret Garden, and it's got oh, I don't even know like the name of the people that are in it, but basically this girl like goes and stays at this place and she stumbles across like this garden, but she finds it in winter and it's like all hidden away and she thinks that it's dead, and then she like goes back there in spring and the whole thing comes to life. That's kind of what I was kind of getting from here. Like all it needs is a bit of tender love and care, and this whole place would just like come back to life again. It might even be cool, like I'm gonna tag little Simsy in this and be like, fix me little Simsy. I don't know if she would do it, because like it's a pretty big build. It'd take forever and ever and ever to actually fix it. So yeah, I don't, not expecting it to happen or anything, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool. And if anyone else like wants to fix it, like totally do that. Tag me in it or whatever. I think that'd be really cool if you like transformed it into like a springtime castle or something. That'd be really, really cool. And then one more movie that I'm really drawing inspiration from is The Haunted Mansion. It's The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. And once again, it's like this old, sort of decrepit, haunted mansion that they kind of stumble across. But once upon a time, it was this really cool, like, party place, and it was like bustling, and they had all dances there and dinner parties and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like they're the kind of three sort of movies that I was drawing inspiration from. Yeah, so if you've like seen those movies, I hope that you can kind of like see where I was coming from. That'd be really cool. Yeah, so I'm just like really trying to like do this like pond. I love that. I don't know what that stuff is called that you kind of like put in the water. At some point I also add a few more like towers and stuff to the top, and I think that that really makes the whole build look better. And I can't remember if I filmed it or not. That's the only thing. I know I added some more towers and stuff, and just for the life of me, I can't remember if I got it on camera or not, because I was just very conscious of like, I guess I didn't want to like bore people with it. I wanted it, like I wanted to capture everything, but at the same time I didn't want people being like, oh my god, hurry up, just like get to the point. So yeah, I don't know, like I tried my best to kind of make it like interesting, but also like capturing the whole process. So yeah, like I did some stuff off camera. Yeah, so as I said, I'll do the floor plan off camera definitely, because I think I'm just gonna like sit there and get really frustrated with it. Might even like take me just like a few days of starting it and then like coming back and revisiting it. Yeah, I think so, because I also want to make it like, I have this idea, I want to make it with like a few like little like secret corridors and like, you know, like areas that can only be discovered like through the bookshelf door, you know, that bookshelf door, like the secret door. I want to have like some secret doors, and like I want there to be like little secret passageways and like stuff like that. So like I definitely want it to be yeah, like an intricate floor plan. So I think it is gonna, yeah, take me a while, and I want there to be like a few secret entrances onto the roof, and you know, like a secret tower, and you know, like a few little like secret rooms, maybe even like a vampire lives in the basement. I might add a basement. So as you can see, like I want it to be like super detailed and intricate. So yeah, I'd probably rather do that off camera, and then just be able to fiddle around with it as much as I need to, and then you guys will be able to see the floor plan like as I'm decorating it. But once again, like if for some, you know, like if you really wanted to see me do the floor plan, comment that down below. I'm happy to film it. Like I still have to do it whether I film it or not, so that's fine. When we go, I put a maze like in this garden as well. I thought that that was kind of cool, because I didn't know how else to fill up that big space out the back. So I thought, oh, like I'll put a maze in, and I kind of thought that that would be like very fancy and castle-like or whatever. Here I am putting in the extra towers, so I definitely did film it. I'm glad I filmed it, because I think that this really like ties everything together and just, yeah, like brought it all together, because I put a few of the roofs on these towers, and I just think that like it looked better this time for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just all in my head, but yeah, I definitely think that just having a few extra towers just brought the whole thing together, and I really liked how it turned out. And yeah, like I don't know, it kind of made it look more like full, I guess. Like it didn't look bare or plain now. So I probably could have even added like more. I could have gone like crazy with those towers, but it just looked so much more detailed, just adding those few extra touches to it. And then I put like some roof trimming around the tower roofs, and it kind of made them look even better. When we get because I'm pretty sure that with pets we're getting octagonal, I was going to say hexagonal, I don't even think that's a word, octagonal roofing. When we get the octagonal roofs, I'm definitely going to come back in and just like update those like towers to make them like look a bit better. Yeah, because as I said, I like the way that they look at the moment, but they will look better if they had like the proper octagonal roofs. So yeah, that's right. And then, I like what I did here. So I kind of made this like covered entryway, and I used like like that fencing to make kind of like a pergola sort of like thing, and then I put plants up on it, so it's just kind of like an overhanging like plant garden kind of thing, and I thought that would be like a really cool like entrance into the castle. So I just used those like flat plants and like sized them all up, and yeah, I really like how that turned out. I like doing that in builds. I think it looks really cool, and especially like when it's like this big, and yeah, I don't know, I just reckon that looks like really cool. I also used a lot of stuff from Romantic Garden in this build because they had like all the really cool like statues and stuff, and yeah, like I'm using some of them here, and I just thought like that's very, like castle-ish, I guess. So I think I had a mix of like pretty things and then kind of like scarier sort of gargoyle things. Once again, the whole gargoyle thing was sort of a little bit like Beauty and the Beast, because that castle had like all the statues and stuff. So that is sort of like, yeah, that's kind of like where I got that from. I also think I had Game of Thrones in mind, just with all of their castles like in King's Landing and stuff. So I definitely wasn't trying to like replicate any of these things, but I just had all of these in the back of my mind as like inspiration for my own little castle project. And yeah, I really go crazy with like the old decrepit overgrown garden kind of thing out the back here, because yeah, I just want it to be like super unkept, like no one has been out there in ages. Actually, I saw it, like the movie, the other night, and oh, it was like, I found it really jump scary. I didn't find it so much like scary afterwards, like I was alright after, but there were heaps of like jump scares and stuff in it. But they had this like abandoned house in it, and like it just looked like so cool, and it had like stuff everywhere, and it made me really just want to build like my own abandoned house in The Sims. But I just don't reckon we have like the right furniture for it, because it's like abandoned house and it had like so much rubble and stuff everywhere, and cobwebs and all that sort of stuff, and I just don't reckon we have quite enough in The Sims, which is kind of a shame because it would have been like really cool. But anyway, they had like some cool little like suburban homes that I think I might try and recreate. Anyway, so I find I like do that now, like when I'm like driving around or watching movies and stuff, I see like a house or something I like, and I'm like, oh, I need to build that in The Sims. Yeah, I do that all the time. I really like that little like romantic garden, little like, I don't know what it is, like a little alcove or something. I thought that just like was really fitting and really suited the like the whole atmosphere, I guess. I also like, I hated how if you have a foundation, the game tries and puts like the plants up at the foundation level. Like it's really hard to get the plants flush with like the side of the castle, because it's like keeps on like raising them up to the level of the foundation. Found that kind of annoying, but here I am like just putting like heaps of like plants and stuff in that maze to try and make it look like it was really overgrown. And I think it looked alright, and I put like heaps of plants in the, like, when you first walk in, so it kind of looks like it's all this overgrown maze. And then I quite liked this little corner here with like the tree, and hang on, we're going over here for a second. Yeah, okay. I put like this little bench in, and I put like, yeah, that little like, I don't know what it is, that just little romantic garden thing, and like the old stairs, and oh, come on, like, I want to talk about this particular part, and it's like not coming up. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, well, here I am making the thing look really overgrown. Alright, we're back over to the part I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so I put this little bench in, and then I put like heaps of plants around it and stuff, and it just looks like super cool and like overgrown. And I put a sundial in the middle of the maze. I don't even know, like, I was just kind of winging it with that maze. I've got honestly no idea if that maze is like leads to anywhere. I don't know. I just like kind of built what I thought looked cool. So, eh. Yeah, see, like, it's like super overgrown there, and I just really liked that. And now looking at it now, it's like I waited all that time to talk about it, and it's just like kind of basic, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so we're actually nearly at the end of this, so I'm just gonna like, yeah, I'm probably just gonna sign off, let you guys listen to some music. If you have any suggestions, just anything, just comment down below. I always try and reply. I tried to say reply and respond like in the one word. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. I know I say that all the time, but like I do really appreciate it when you guys do that. So yeah, have a good day, guys, and see you all in the next one. Bye.